Hey, what's up, guys? Policy Q here. We're gonna give it a couple of minutes before we get started, but I want to welcome you in if you are here live. I'm really excited to share with you guys what we're gonna be talking about. So, looking forward to it. So, I'm just gonna get ready. I'm just gonna share with you guys what we're gonna be talking about. So, so if you're on here today, right, in the next couple of minutes here, we're probably just gonna wait maybe like 2-3 minutes. You're just gonna get something to drink, but we're gonna be talking about how to make your first $100 using Facebook. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for some more people to come in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm really excited for you guys. I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys some really cool things here. And of course, one thing I do want to share with you guys is what we'll be discussing in this training by no means guarantees oops, that you will get any results. Right now, of course, you know, the results that I've gotten on Facebook does not mean that you will get those results, but I truly do believe that there is a formula here, and there is a system to begin to start getting those kind of results, right? And of course, if you've been online for some time, or maybe this is your first time on here and you're trying to figure out how you can begin to start generating some income through the internet, it's very possible, right? And that's what I'm going to be going over today. To be specific, what I'm going to be talking about is going to be on how to sell t-shirts. Okay, how to sell t-shirts through Facebook. Okay, so I'm excited. We're gonna give here just a couple of minutes before we go ahead and get started, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I guess we'll start at 8:03. Okay, and until then, we're just gonna chill out for a little bit. Okay, if you guys can see me, you guys can message me on Facebook actually. If you can message me on Facebook, that'd be really awesome. Okay, so I'm excited. And what I'm going to be sharing with you guys is something that I truly believe that you guys can definitely implement. I'm going to be going over some steps that I really want to make sure you guys pay close attention to. So this is a bad, but here's what I would like you to do, right? If you have 1,000 tabs on, like the same way I do, I want you to just begin to start deleting them. Okay, just delete them. Okay, because we want to make sure we're paying close attention here, so we don't miss anything, right? So why don't we go ahead and just keep a couple of tabs open. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna get started like in 10 more seconds. I'm just gonna get something to drink real quick, and then we're gonna get started. All right, what's going on, guys? My name is Policy Q for those who just got here. All right, pow, low, and I'm excited that you guys are here today. And what we're going to be talking about specifically is we're going to be talking about on how to make money on Facebook. Okay, now this is not going to be a very generic training like maybe you've heard in the past or anything like that, right? But this is going to be more of a specific training talking about how to sell t-shirts using Facebook. Okay, now if you are just getting in, one thing that I share with the people who are already here is I talked about how what we're going to be discussing in this training by no means guarantees that you will get any results. Okay, because really the people who really get results are the ones who are ready to roll up their sleeves, ready to take massive action, and those who are willing to make mistakes and willing to look at failure right in the face and be okay with failing, and have the determination and the perseverance to really push through, right? If this is your first time ever hearing about this, that you can actually make money using Facebook, I want you to understand that it's possible, right? And just because maybe you've never seen anyone around your circle do it, or maybe you've never experienced it hands-on, firsthand, like as an experience, right, does not at all mean that you should close your mind and not open it up to what's possible. Okay, to what's possible. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do really quickly is I kind of want to introduce myself really fast, right? It's not going to be very long because I know you guys kind of just want to get in here and start training, right? But you know, who am I, right? So this is actually me and my awesome wife. Okay, we've been married for about 4 years, coming up in April. Super excited. And this was actually at an event that took place last month, at the end of last month in January, where we got the ability to really mastermind and get around some really awesome people in this industry that has really kind of cultivated, allowing us to begin to start generating income through Facebook and just learning some really cool ninja tactics that we plan on sharing with you guys that I plan on sharing with you on this webinar in the next couple of minutes. So so I really want to make sure that you guys are paying close attention, because if you guys aren't paying close attention, here's what can happen, right? What can happen is that something powerful could be said, something amazing could be said, and not that because I'm saying it's amazing, but really because maybe it's a principle, maybe it's a mindset shift, maybe it's something that you needed to hear at the right moment, that could have done something for you, but because you weren't paying attention, it kind of goes over your head. So that's me. Me and my wife got started together. We actually got started together working at a martial arts school back in the day. And this, I believe I have a picture here really fast that I can probably show you, but we got started a while back. And actually, prior to like getting online or anything like that, I used to be involved in the martial arts. Actually, these are some old pictures. This is from 2011, but I guess this is they had a team back then, right? And it was called SMA Team No Limits. But I wanted to show you a picture, right? I think I have a picture of me and her in here somewhere. Let me just look for it real quick. Gotta organize these pictures a little bit better. So I'm just gonna click on this one, okay? But yeah, so yeah, that's actually me right there teaching kids martial arts. Man, those kids must be big now. That's crazy. And this is just a couple more classes taking place, right? And this is kind of what me and my wife came from. We came from running a martial arts school. That's actually where I met my wife. And I met her at a martial arts school. I wanted to learn how to fight. And I learned so many valuable things through that. This is actually a bigger picture of the entire family here. The entire martial arts family. Oh, there we go. That's a picture of me and my wife. That's actually me in my karate uniform, and my wife looking really, really awesome and beautiful. That's me. That's me punching the bag there, right? That's me, about to hit the bag. I'm thinking about the bag. That's me and my wife right there. And that's actually when we got married. And this is actually the team that we were part of, right? So we were part of this back in 2011, where me and my wife used to run a martial arts school, and we learned so many things, man. We learned so many valuable things. Although at the end, like coming to the end of 2013, we kind of realized that we wanted something more. We wanted to be able to fulfill our purpose, and we felt like not that the place where we were at had anything to do with it, but it kind of did, because we just felt like we needed to move to a different platform. And that's kind of when we ventured off into the internet, right? And that's kind of how we went from running a traditional business to all of a sudden beginning to start learning how to have an online business, right? So this is us right there. That's me in the middle, my wife right there on the bottom. But we came from running a martial arts school to now all of a sudden having our own online business and beginning to start generating income. And of course, I'm not sure where you are right now. Maybe you are at a place where you're beginning to, you want to transition from where you are to beginning to start having your own online business, or maybe you already have your online business, but you want to make it more profitable. You want to start making money. You want to start getting results, the results that matter, right? The results that actually matter, the ones that can make a difference for you, the ones that actually can really increase your confidence that you can do this, and begin to start sharpening your skill sets, and begin to start making those skill sets that you're looking at, making them more profitable, right? If that's you, then I want you to pay close attention, because throughout this presentation, there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to sprinkle in between that you need to be very consciously aware of what I'm sharing with you guys. So you guys definitely pick up on them, and you guys take action on it, right? At the end of the day, the only thing that's different between you and someone who's super successful, and me and someone who's super successful, is just experience and time, right? Experience and time. Right? So that's what we're going to be doing here today. What we're going to look at is I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the things that I've learned selling things through Facebook that hopefully you can take, and it can shorten your learning curve. It can shorten your time by by borrowing my experience, right? Because at the end of the day, I think that's so powerful when you can borrow other people's experience. You save time and money. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? Really quickly, we're going to talk about how you can sell things on Facebook, okay? So Facebook has opened its doors to marketers and business owners to advertise on their platform, okay? I know some of you guys are saying, is this possible? How is this possible, right? Well, Facebook happens to be like the biggest social media platform. Not only that, but they're also really big for collecting people's data, okay? Facebook has a lot of data, right? Where based on the data, you can take that data and you can actually use it towards your own benefit. If you know how to if you learn how to run Facebook ads, if you learn how to begin to start advertising on Facebook, you have this potential and this ability and really this opportunity to begin to start advertising at a very, very low price, right? Because back in the day, I'm not sure, but back in the day, the way traditionally people used to advertise were on newspapers, on billboards, on the radio, and on TVs. And to be truthfully honest, for someone who's getting started, maybe that's you, that was super expensive. And really, a lot of small businesses didn't have that type of capital to really just dish out and start marketing that way. But here comes Facebook, right? And Facebook has given us the ability if you can see me really quickly, right? If you could just message me, that would be really, really awesome. Okay. But Facebook, right? Facebook has given us the ability, right, to begin to start advertising, right? So really quickly, just to show you a couple of places where people are advertising is over here on the right-hand side, right? You have Grant Cardone advertising his business. You have Lightboard advertising, right? And if you click on these ads, they take you off of Facebook, right? And they're basically either trying to sell you a service, trying to get your email. They're trying to do something, right, that matches your interest, right? In this case, this guy's trying to sell his university, Grant Cardone, right? So there's many different ways. As you could tell right there, right off the bat, right, there's already people advertising on Facebook, right? Now, I want you to imagine this for a second. Look, the ads just changed. Imagine if this was your ad. Imagine if you had an ad on Facebook targeting the right group of people that when they saw your ad, they clicked on it and they actually bought something. I want you for a second to really imagine that that's actually possible for you, right? Because the hardest thing that you can do is change your mindset, but it's possible. It's a really hard thing to do because so often we're so conditioned and we're brought up in a way where we think that there's only one way to generate income, or we think that there's only one way to do one thing. But in reality, right, as times changes, there's opportunities that come about that if you're not paying attention and if you're not really wanting to learn the opportunity that's in front of us, you're going to miss out on the possibility that you can actually really use Facebook, right, to begin to start generating leads, making sales and things of that matter. I'm just scrolling through my Facebook because I want to show you another kind of ad, which is called a newsfeed ad, okay? A newsfeed ad. And maybe this is going to show you, I'm not sure if anything's going to pop up here, but maybe I think this might be a newsfeed ad. That's not a newsfeed ad. Let me just refresh this one more time. If not, we'll just go ahead and get started. So like just let's take a look at this one, right? This is actually an ad right here, right? This is an ad. So this is an ad right here. So obviously, if I click on it, it's going to take me off of Facebook, and it's going to basically take me to to basically get access to some type of product here that they're selling. So yeah, so as you could see, yeah, so this seems like they're selling something here, right? So because of that, right, as you could tell, based off of this, they're targeting me, right? They're targeting based on what I'm interested in. They're targeting me based on the things that I've taken an interest on Facebook, right? So these are ads, right? These right here on the right-hand side are ads. These are ads over here as well, right? So going back here, right, Facebook has opened the doors to allow us, at normal people like me and you, right, who have just this really big vision to really begin to start just, creating the life that we truly want, right? It's given us the opportunity to begin to start advertising on Facebook, right? So if you want to, if that's you and you're serious about that and you really want to begin to start doing that, you first need to open your mind up to deciding to invite this kind of way, this new way of beginning to start generating income. Understand it's possible, okay? So here's the deal. With so many people getting on Facebook daily, multiple times per day, it's become a huge platform to advertise, which I covered, right? Facebook has done all of the dirty work for you, okay? Dirty, should have put work for you, okay? So here's what I mean by that, okay? If we actually go on Facebook, okay, and we actually go to where it says, if we go to, let's say, manage ads, right? And I have a couple of ads running right now, right? But if we go to manage ads and all of a sudden we decide that we want to we want to, there's something called audience insight. And then if we go to create ads, right? I prefer doing it this way, but I'm going to kind of show you the two different ways that you can do it. Okay. But if you go to audience insight, okay, it's basically Facebook is giving you this platform right here to kind of look up anyone. Okay. So you have this tool inside of Facebook that you can begin to start looking up people's interest. Okay. So we're going to use this in just a couple of minutes. We're going to get into this. Okay. But before we get into this, before we dive into this, I need to explain just a couple of things that I think are important for you to really, really grasp this, pay attention to this, and really begin to start, begin to really start getting how this actually works. Okay. So let's get right into it. Okay. So what can you sell on Facebook? Okay, really quickly, you can sell physical products, digital products, and services, and other cool things that you may have bought on it. Okay, so Facebook is giving you the ability to sell physical products, digital products, and services, right? With so many people, how many of you, right? If you guys are on, right? If you want to message me, just let me know how many of you guys have actually bought something from Amazon. Okay, if you've bought something from Amazon, then just message me and just say, hey, I bought something from Amazon, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't know about you, but when I was living in New Jersey City, now I'm in Los Angeles, right? But when I was living in Jersey City, it almost felt like everyone who lived in the building that I was living shopped at Amazon, right? Because there's so many Amazon Prime boxes. And as a matter of fact, when I actually came up to my room today, my next door neighbor had a package of Amazon Prime right next to his door, right? So many people, we live in a time and an age where people are actually comfortable with buying things online, right? And the more comfortable people are getting, the bigger of an opportunity it's presenting for us to be able to sell them things and become the middleman so we can actually generate income, right? And in some cases, become the main source, okay? So definitely I want you to just understand that, right? So understand that people are getting comfortable with buying things on Facebook, okay? So today we're gonna specifically be talking about on how to sell t-shirts on Facebook, okay? How to sell t-shirts on Facebook, okay? So what I'm gonna do really quickly is I'm actually just gonna show you right now, really fast, one of the campaigns that I'm running that's helping me, that's generating sales right now at this very moment. Now, what I'm selling doesn't really necessarily matter because you can really sell anything, okay? Which basically means that you can go into any niche that you want to and you can begin to start selling that. So the niche that I'm currently in right now, I'm selling t-shirts in the UFC niche or the martial arts niche for some of you guys, okay? So really quickly, this happens to be the shirt that right now at this moment I'm sharing, okay? I'm selling. So as you could tell, like for example, it's really simple, right? I'm basically running an ad on Facebook just the way you've been seeing it, just how I've been showing you, right? And there's been people who've been wanting to buy the shirt. Actually, there's been a couple of people that have bought this shirt, right? So when you look at this right here, okay? There's actually been a total of 8 people who bought this shirt, okay? They've bought this shirt, right? Which can be a little mind-blowing because sometimes we don't understand the possibility, right? So there's been about $129 in profit that I've made from selling this shirt, okay? Now, I want you to just understand something. This is possible for you. You can begin to start selling things on Facebook. And the cool thing about it is that it's a new way to begin to start generating income online, not just selling t-shirts, but you can sell so many different things. It just so happens to be that what we're talking about is selling t-shirts, okay? So that's what we're gonna be talking about. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of water before I get back into it. But if you're there with me, just let me know, okay? Just let me know if you're there with me. Let me just check something really quickly, okay? Let me just check something. Cool. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna break down in the next 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna share with you 4 steps that can take you from where you are now to start selling to begin to start selling your first shirt on Facebook ever, okay? So I want you to pay close attention here, okay? So when it comes to selling t-shirts, there's a couple of things that you have to do, okay? There's a couple of things that you must understand and some things that you have to do in order for you to begin to have your first sale on Facebook, okay? To sell your first t-shirt on Facebook, okay? Now, again, we did talk about that you can sell a physical product. We talked about how you can sell a digital product. We talked about how you can sell services, whatever the case is, but particular on this training, we're talking about how to sell t-shirts on Facebook. I had to drink something there. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, okay? So the first thing you need to do before you can sell anything on Facebook is you need to make sure you have an audience to sell to, okay? You have to have an audience to sell to, okay? So you do this by looking into Facebook, looking at how many people have sought out an interest in, and of course, I have a couple of examples here, all right? How many people are interested in the New York Giants? How many people are interested in nurses? How many people are interested in animal lovers, okay? So here's what we're gonna do really, really fast, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use two tools here, okay, that are free. So Facebook allows you to use Audience Insight, okay? Audience Insight. So in Audience Insight, let's just take this example right here. Let's take the New York Giants example, okay? If we wanted to, let's just say we wanted to sell a shirt to New York Giant fans, okay? So if we go on Audience Insight, okay, where it says interest, okay, you can just type in stuff, let's say New York Giants, let's say, okay, New York Giants. And when I click on that, it's automatically going to kind of break down and share with me the demographic here, okay? So the demographic on this, right, it automatically lets me know that it's, you know, people on about actually 50% of women who are Giant fans are on Facebook, and then 42% of men that like the Giants are on Facebook. So this is a cool thing to understand, okay? It breaks down the different age ranges, and it lets me know around what age bracket are actually most of the people on Facebook, all right? So most of the people who are Giants fans are about 18 to 24. So these are a couple of things that you might that will come in handy later on as we go on into this training, okay? So it tells you a couple of things here, right? It automatically kind of lets you know, it kind of gives you a lot of information here, okay? And it lets you know the kind of page likes that they like. So obviously they shows you a couple of things that they're into, okay? A couple of professional teams that they're into, right? And it kind of shares with you what they're into, okay? So this is one way to do research, okay? But preferably to keep it really simple, to keep it super simple, I decided to do Ads Manager way, okay? So so on Facebook, if you just click on Ads Manager, if you click on Manage Ads and Create New Ad, or should I say if you click on Create Ads, it should take you here. And if you don't have this option, you may have to go to probably you might have to go to business. You might have to go to businessfacebook.com, okay? If you don't have that option, okay? So really quickly, here's my favorite way to look into something, okay? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna click on detailed targeting, and I'm basically just gonna go into New York Giants, okay? So I'm gonna go into New York Giants. So as soon as I click on here, okay, there's gonna be a couple of things that Facebook is gonna recommend to me, okay? So really quickly, if I hover by this, it lets me know that there's about my potential reach, okay? This basically means how many people, if I decided to run an ad, if I decided to run a Facebook ad, how many people I would be able to reach. So it's about 5 million people that I can potentially reach who are New York Giant fans, okay? Now, I normally like to go for 1 million or more, and this has 5 million, so this would be worth testing, okay? Now, Facebook also allows you, it kind of begins to recommend other things that you might be interested, or other keywords that might be alike. But let's just type in New York Giants again and see what pops up, because I think something else popped up here, okay? So now it says New York Giant fans, New York Giant fanatics, New York Giant news, New York football Giants, New York Giants 20. So it actually even breaks it into different seasons, so different seasons that the Giants were in. So I mean, and let's just start clicking around here. We click on New York Giants fans, and let's see if we can make that reach bigger. New York Giants fanatics, New York Giants. Let's see, New York Giants 2012 season, New York Giants. Let's see, New York Giants 2013, New York Giants 2014, okay? I mean, so this is just an example, right? So let's see if we were able to make the reach a little bit bigger. So we took it from 5 million to about 6 million now, okay? So so this would be, I would consider this an audience that would be worth testing, okay? So automatically, now that you kind of understand this, right? This is going to be where it says detailed targeting. It's going to allow you to begin to start targeting specific keywords. It's going to be a place where you can begin to start targeting a specific interest, right? A specific interest that, let's say an interest that you may want to target or sell something to them, right? So so let's just basically kind of like, you know, actually, yeah, this is just an example, right? This is an example, right? And you would do the same thing with nurses, right? Let's say you wanna look up nurses. Maybe you want to create a shirt that has to do with selling something to nurses. So you would just go here on Facebook and kind of do the same exact thing, right? You'd begin to start looking at things and begin to start seeing if you can target those people, right? So if I click on nurses right there, right? I think it's going to Facebook is going to begin to start recommending me other interests. So nursing theory, let's see if it's nursing and more nursing stuff. And, so it kind of it says registered nurse. So it kind of it's giving me job. Actually, it's giving me a couple of things here, right? It's giving me a couple of things to keep it super simple here. Let's just go with interest, because what it's giving me here is like schools and people who are employers as far as nursing. And this is not bad, but let's keep it simple and let's keep it just to interest, okay? So a lot of these things I'm just going to kind of get rid of really fast, just because we want to keep it to interest for now, okay? I'm sure that later it would work, okay? But really, okay, here's really what we're doing here, okay? What we're doing is we want to make sure that the audience is big enough, right? The audience is big enough for us to be able to target people, right? So another one would be animal lovers, right? So like you could target people who are animal lovers, right? And honestly, you can target anybody who you really want. So animal lovers, right? So let's see if they have animal lovers. They have a keyword for that, animal lovers. So we can even target animal lovers, right? So going back to what I was saying to you guys, right? Facebook, right, has done all of the dirty work for you, right? They collected all of the data at your dispense, and all you have to do is figure out how to use it, okay? And that's what we're going to get into right now, okay? That's kind of what we're talking about right now. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure you have an audience to sell to, okay? So normally, typically, I like to have an audience that's a little bit bigger than a million people or more, okay? 1 million people or more. And that's important to understand, because I think when you know that, you can really begin to see that if it's worth even going through the process of creating a shirt and creating a design and things like that, right? If you don't have enough people to sell to, then it's not going to be something you want to invest your time or money into, okay? So the second step is you want to find a platform and a service that can print shirts, okay? So here are a couple of services that allows you to do that, okay? So you have Viral Style is one. Okay, Viral Style is one. Okay, Teespring is another one. Okay, if we go on Teespring, Teespring happens to be another one that you can use. Okay, so Teespring, let me just click on that. So Teespring's another one. Okay, Gear Bubble is another one. If we go to Gear Bubble, Gear Bubble happens to be another one here. I'm just waiting for that to load. Right, and I mean, I think there's a couple of other ones. We'll just go with those for now, okay? I think Sunfrog is another one, right? But let's kind of check out these platforms real quickly, okay? These platforms basically, okay, we have Viral Style. These platforms, what they do, okay? So what I want you to understand is that these platforms basically, they do all of the work for you, okay? All you really have to do is come up with the design and the traffic to sell the shirts, okay? They basically take care of everything, the printing, the packaging, and the delivering, okay? So they basically take care of all of the basically the stuff that you see in this video, actually, right? They're the ones that print it, that package it, and put it together. So when it comes to selling shirts, right? Like, for example, the shirt that I'm selling right now, right? The shirt that I'm selling right now at this moment, okay? I don't have to put the paint on the shirt. I don't have to package it. I don't have to do any of that, because we have a service called Viral Style that does all of that for you, okay? And then it's the same thing with Teespring, okay? Teespring does the same exact thing. And as a matter of fact, they have a couple of t-shirts here that they're doing here. So they're like selling stuff on Teespring as well, right? So like, you can, I mean, wow, they're crushing it with this one. That's awesome. But basically, right, on Teespring, right, they basically show you, right, what they're doing here, right? They're basically showing you and sharing with you guys, like you can do the same thing on Teespring, okay? So you can click on learn more. So these are a couple of other ones. Gear Bubble's another one, right? So you can, Gear Bubble kind of does a little bit more than just t-shirt designs, but they do t-shirt designs. And you can join this, you can create an account, it's free, okay? And it's pretty cool, right? So you have Viral Style, Teespring, and those are a couple of the platforms, okay? The one that I would recommend is Viral Style. I mean, the only reason why I recommend that one is because that's the one I'm using. I think it's super easy. You can track your sales, you can see what's happening. I think it works really good. So because of that, I think that you should, I mean, I'm just sharing with you guys what I'm personally doing, and I'm using Viral Style for mine, okay? So that's one, okay? Another one that's so that's step 2. You got to find a platform and a service where you can begin to print your shirts, okay? The third step is begin to start brainstorming ideas for designs, okay? Start brainstorming ideas for designs. So typically, a rule of thumb is when it comes to doing this is being able to create a design that can typically be modified and used for multiple niches, okay? So what does this mean? Okay, this is not my design. This is actually a design that somebody created, okay? And they sold like over 1,000 shirts, okay? They sold over 1,000 shirts of this kind, okay? They sold over 1,000 shirts using this design right here. And it's a pretty simple design, right? At the time, this, I think, Keep Calm was trending a lot. And what they did is they basically went into 2,000 occupations, and they found 2,000 occupations, okay? And they were able to basically they kept the same exact design, and all they did is they just changed the lettering of the bottom. So over here it says keep calm and let the operation manager handle it, okay? But what they did is because they had 2,000 occupations, they would basically do keep calm and let the police officer handle it, or keep calm and let the nurses handle it, or keep calm and let the fighters handle it, or keep calm and let the doctors handle it, or keep calm and let the firefighters handle it. And that's what they did, right? So they were able to scale this campaign out by keeping it in a way kind of generic but kind of targeted. And all they did was they just swapped out the lettering, and this kind of design sold over thousands of shirts online through Viral Style, right? So when it comes to coming up with ideas, right, one of the biggest mistakes that I did was I became so rigid. I didn't think of creating one design for multiple niches, okay? And what I mean by multiple niches is like the nurse niche, the police officer niche, the firefighter niche, and so on, right? Those kind of things. So I didn't think of that. That never came across my mind, and because it never came across my mind, I ended up losing some money on when it came to designs. But when you can create designs that you can swap out one word or two words and target multiple of niches, that is by far the best way to scale out your campaigns. And what I mean by scale out is basically create multiple profitable campaigns where you're selling hundreds and hundreds of t-shirts, right? So that's exactly what this design did. And what I want to do really quickly, okay, before we're gonna get into it, okay, I'm gonna kind of show you how simple this really is, okay? So let's just say that this is a design, okay? Let's say that this is a design. I think I already have it saved, right? But let's say you wanna create this, okay, on Viral Style. Look how simple this is. You're gonna click on where it says designer, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're basically just gonna upload the design. So the design's right here, okay? This is a design that I just copied and pasted. It's got to be bigger than that. Okay, we'll just do a different design. We'll do a different design, okay? But you can, whatever the design is, you can kind of just upload it on here, which is probably the coolest part about it, that it's as simple as uploading it on here, okay? But let's just say, like, for example, let's just say I want to put this design on there, okay? Let's just say I want to put this kind of design on here, okay? So if I put this kind of design on there, I'm just waiting for it to upload, and it's just loading, okay? This is just some random design that I just got, okay? And as it's loading, it's gonna take a couple of minutes, but here's what's gonna happen, right? It's really, really simple, right? And it's so simple, but boom, the design's right there, okay? So now the design's here, I can just basically move it and kind of arrange it where I want the design to be at, right? So let's just say I want the design to be right there, okay? And Boom, just like that, I can put the design right there. And if I need to move it a little bit more, then I move it a little bit more, right? Or I move it a little higher, then I move it a little higher, right? So it's that simple, right? Once you kind of understand that, once you understand that it's really simple, that it's not going to require you to create your own factory, your t-shirt factory, right? Things begin to start, things just begin to start making sense here, okay? And then if you like where it's at, you like the design, you just click next, right? And then you basically get to pick a price on the shirt, okay? You get to pick a price on the shirt, right? You can pick you got to pick a normally a reasonable price, right? A price to start off with would be one of them that I recommend is $24.97. And then something cool is that you can actually pick on the bottom different kinds of design colors, right? You can pick up different design colors. So you can choose green, purple, right? And you can have it in all these multiple colors. So now I have it in gray, have it in darker gray, have it in orange and red and blue and purple, right? And just like that. And then you basically kind of set a goal on how many shirts you want to sell. Okay, you set a goal on how many shirts you want to sell. So let's say you want to sell 10 shirts, right? You put it there. Let's say you want to sell 30 shirts. And this kind of gives you a calculator on how much money you can potentially make, right? This kind of gives you a calculator on how much money you can actually make, right? So it's pretty cool to see that based on your goals, it can kind of let you know how much money you can make. And if you change this price, let's say to $27.97, right? Then of course the price also changes, right? So it doesn't really matter what it is, right? What I normally say is to start with $24.97, right? And you set a goal that you think that you can hit, right? And then 10x it. Okay, so if you think you can only sell one shirt, go for 10. If you think you can sell 10 shirts, 10x that. And just set a goal that is out of reach and go for it, right? Because it's not gonna hurt going after it. Okay, and then after that, you just kind of press next. You give this a name, so you could say new t-shirt, and you could put something like not found in stores. Okay, you could say something like that. And then on the bottom, normally you could just put like the description, a brief description of the t-shirt. Okay, you can give a brief description of the t-shirt. I'm just gonna kind of copy and paste what I wrote here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna copy and put it on here. I'm gonna throw it on there, and then all of a sudden, I'm just going, and then I could basically let them know how long I want to run the shirt for. So let's say I want to run it for 14. Let's say I want to run it for 14 days, and I just click on here, and then I click on launch, and then boom, just like that. As this is loading, you're gonna see how simple this is, right? So as we're waiting for that, and then all of a sudden now, right? I basically have a shirt now. I have a shirt that I can begin to start promoting. I have a shirt that I can begin to start selling, okay? And where is it at? So I can sell this shirt, right? So this is the shirt so it's actually, they're creating it right now. So we got to check back up on them soon. So we'll just check up on that in a little bit, right? So it's really simple, right? So also something that's interesting is you want to look out for viral trends that can help you with great ideas to monetize any shirts that you want to sell. Something that's really cool about Facebook is that on Facebook, you have the ability to do something really interesting and really powerful. On Facebook, I'm not sure if you've ever done this, right? But normally on your homepage, right? Normally what happens is that 1 second, that was a picture. So basically on Facebook, right? There's just different, sometimes over here, when you click here, there's things that are trending on Facebook, right? Or maybe you're watching something that all of a sudden starts to go viral, right? And all of a sudden you can use that viral trend to begin to start selling shirts to that niche, or come up with an idea based on that viral trend, right? So that's an idea, or that's something that you could be on the lookout when it comes to doing that, okay? And then the next step is you want to adjust, kill, and scale your ads for the day, okay? You want to adjust, you want to basically adjust, kill, and scale the ads for the day. So when it comes to start running ads to the t-shirt, okay? So really quickly, we go back here, all right? Let's see if our shirt is done. Let's click on it, okay? It's not done yet, okay? But basically, the next thing you want to do is you want to start running ads to the t-shirt, okay? To the t-shirt. And there's no need to complicate this, because I actually, when I first started running the ads to the shirt, okay, the first thing that I did that was a mistake is I complicated it, right? And I think that naturally we online, or in order for us to start making sales, that it needs to be this super complicated way, super sophisticated way, because that's the only way people are going to buy anything. Okay, so what I decided to do, okay, before I ran the ads, actually, okay, I'm gonna show you something really cool. Before I ran on the ads, there's something called Canva. Okay, there's something called Canva. Some of you guys may have heard of this, some of you guys haven't. Okay, but on Canva, all right, if you click on more, right, it's gonna give you a couple of options here. Okay, but it's not loading up, right? But on Canva, let me just click on it again. On Canva, what I did is I chose. I think it was this size, okay? I think it was a 1080, yeah, I believe so. I chose this right here, okay? I chose this right here, okay? So I'm gonna show you how cool this is. I believe I chose this one. Let me just double check to make sure that was the one I chose. Okay, but yeah, that was the one I chose, right? But basically what I did, okay, is I'll just start a fresh one here. So what I basically did here on Canva, okay, let's just use this one. Okay, hopefully the shirt is back in action here. I can't do it now, not just yet. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna choose any of them. Let's just choose this one because it's kind of we'll just use this one, okay? So let's just use this one as an example, okay? So there's something called Jing, okay? Jing. And what Jing does, okay, for those who don't know, what Jing does is it allows you to take, like, that's not it. If you go on google.com and you click on Jing, if you type in Jing, it should be this right here. It's a screen software. Yeah, this is it, right? You can download it for free. Anyways, it allows you to do cool things like this. I can just click on here, and then all of a sudden I can just basically copy that, right? And I can put test example t-shirt, okay? And I can just save that. I can go back here on Jing, okay? And we're here in the upload section. I can kind of upload that shirt on here, right, on a white background, and I can make it big enough, right? I'll make it big enough, okay? I'll make it nice and big, okay? And right there. And then, and then boom, right? I mean, a couple of things that I will add to that is just my own branding. Like I'll just put like my branding for the store that I have, okay? And then what I might do as well is I might just use the face of the fighter, okay? Now, I mean, just basically that's what I would do for association, right? So I want them to associate the shirt with this fighter. And like, let's say this is a shirt that I want to do. So now what I would do is I just basically download this. I download this, right? And now I basically have a picture of a shirt that I can advertise on Facebook, right? And that's kind of what I did. That's exactly what I did when it came to selling this shirt here. When it came to selling this shirt right over here, let me just type it up. When it came to selling this shirt right over here, okay, that's exactly what I did. As you could tell, it's a very familiar picture, right? I have the face right there, my little logo right there, and then a couple of words here, okay? And this is a post that began to start to gain traction, right? I have over 100 comments, 80 shares, close to 1,000 likes, right? And just a bunch of people tagging other people saying they want the shirt, they want the shirt, they want the shirt, right? The list goes on and on and on and on, right? But really, I got the picture. I'm basically kind of giving you the same example that I did here, right? And if you want to sell your shirt, one thing I recommend is just put your brand on there. And then if you're selling a shirt related to maybe like a celebrity, like this guy, he's a celebrity fighter, I would put the face of the fighter or the face of the celebrity, just so they can see the association with the shirt, and it can kind of like pop in front of their minds and say, McGregor, the shirt, or your celebrity and the shirt makes sense, right? So that's kind of what I did, okay? So after you have the shirt, right? After you have the shirt, well, guess what? Now you have to place an ad. You have to place an ad on Facebook. You have to place an ad. You have to go here and create a new ad, okay? You have to create an ad, and basically you have to put the ad out there, right? So they're going to give you a lot of different things, right, that you can do here, okay? And one of the things that I do recommend is doing like, for example, there's a couple things that you can do. One of the things that I do recommend is doing like a boost post. You could do a boost post. So what I would do is I'd probably get on here on Facebook. I will show you right now. Okay, so what I would do is I basically take the same picture that I just downloaded. Where is it at? Let's just say it's this one right here, okay? Let's just say it's this one, okay? I take the same picture, I upload it here, okay? And I just type in like, I type in Conor McGregor fans, letting them know that this, and I'm using this on purpose. I'm using Conor McGregor fans because I want to grab the fans' attentions, right? Because, of course, when you're on Facebook, you're not looking to buy shirts. So you want to make sure you grab attention. So I'm going to write something like Conor McGregor fans, check out this brand new shirt that just came out. And then I'll say something like, click here to get it now, right? And I'll just put the link there. Let's just say that the link is getthisshirт.com. Okay, now I'm just making this up, right? So let's just say that's that, right? And then post it on there, okay? And actually, I actually did that with the wrong one, right? But it's supposed to be with, I have to actually log in. Have to log in real quick. So what I basically do here is I just basically grab the shirt that I just had. Okay, let's just say it's that one. And I put something like Conor McGregor fans, okay? And I put like, we just got these new shirts that are not being sold in stores. Okay. Get your shirt here today. And then I put like www.testing.com. Testing.com. Okay, because I'm just testing it out, right? And as soon as I publish it, right, it's gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there. And what I'm gonna do now that it's there, okay, just to keep it really simple here, I'm gonna go back to like to creating an ad, okay? So I'm gonna go back to creating an ad. And all of this, guys, there's not gonna be one shirt that all of a sudden is gonna make you thousands of dollars. It's a lot of testing, it's a lot of tweaking, it's a lot of, let me see if this works, let me see if that works. And at the end of the day, right, I came up with a couple of designs, right? If you look at this page, okay, I came up with a couple of designs, right? And not all of them worked, right? Not all of them work. It just happened to be that this one started to catch traction, right? So you got to kind of figure out which one's going to catch traction, which one you got to test, right? That's what you got to test, all of these different designs, okay? So I would click on Boost Post, okay? I'm going to click on Extreme Martial Arts. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of show you how I would do it, right? And I'm gonna target a couple of different countries here. If you're taking notes, a couple of countries that I recommend you target are United Kingdom, okay, New Zealand, Australia. These are countries that are American-speaking countries and who have a very good economy, which means that they have the cash flow and credit cards to purchase whatever you're selling, which is important because at the end of the day, you're selling something, right? So I'll do United States, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia. I'm gonna do Ireland, okay? I'm gonna do Canada, okay? I normally choose those 6, okay? Over here, you can choose men, women, ages, but I'm gonna keep this very generic because I'm testing, right? I'm just pretend like I don't know what's gonna work, so I'm just gonna leave this here, and then later I'm gonna look at the data. Okay, now for this one, I'm just gonna target Conor McGregor. I'm gonna target Conor McGregor because that's the guy whose shirt I'm selling, right? That's the guy whose shirt I'm selling, right? So because that's the guy, okay, that's who I'm gonna target. And I'm gonna keep it really simple, right? This is where a lot of people sometimes complicate it, right? Like just test out, like if you can't sell a shirt to people who like Conor McGregor, or if you can't sell a shirt that to people, whatever shirt you're designing, let's say you created a shirt for football players, for like the New York Giants. If you can't sell a New York Giants shirt to the keyword New York Giants, then something's wrong with your design. Something's wrong with the shirt and you have to fix it, okay? So I'm just testing this out, right? And then I'm just going to put $5. Normally we could spend $5 on this, right? And then I'm just going to leave this as post engagement. Okay, post engagement. I'm not really going to touch anything. I can change my ad set name on here, and I can put Conor McGregor just for my own purpose, just so I can know 84 to 65 men and women. Okay, and I'm just going to click on choose adjective there. Okay, and all of a sudden now it's gonna show me how it looks on my desktop, right? It looks like that. It's gonna show me how it looks on my mobile. Okay, and it's gonna show me how it looks on the right side, the right hand side. Okay, and then it's gonna show me how it looks on Instagram. Okay, I'm not gonna advertise on Instagram now, so I'm just gonna remove it. Okay, I'm gonna remove it. So excuse me. So that's kind of how it looks, and then I'm just gonna click. Okay, and I mean, there's a couple of other things that are in this. Okay, but we're coming to an end, and it's unfortunate, right? Because I wish I could share with you guys more. I wish I can really break down and answer some of the questions that you guys have, but unfortunately, right, we have ran out of time. But I kind of want to show you guys. I know I did that by accident. So I kind of want to show you guys like how simple it is, right? Without complicating it, that you can actually, I'm just going to delete this because, excuse me, because I just don't want it to run. But just really quickly, just showing you guys some of the things that I've just shared with you, right? That's exactly how I did it, right? That's exactly how I did it. So just to kind of go back here, right? So after, you know, once you do that, you start looking into the sales, right? Adjust, kill, scale, ads for the day. So really quickly, I guess I'll go into this last part, right? But Facebook's really cool, guys. Facebook allows you to kind of track conversions and track what's happening in your business, right? So if I go here, I'm just going to click on 10x stats, right? It automatically lets me know. I can look at my stats and I can clearly see that this ad, this campaign right here has generated me $149.82. Okay, that's what it shows me. It shows me that that's what this campaign has basically been generating me, right? So because of that, I can look at this and say, okay, this makes sense. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, that's how much money I'm making, right? So that goes back to adjusting the ads and optimizing. Whatever it's not working, you kind of get rid of, okay? Now, we've kind of come to the end, so I'm just going to kind of show my face really fast, right? And you can't see my face, but now you could probably see it, right? And it's kind of dark in here because I'm a vampire. It's fine. But I kind of wanted to share with you guys just a little bit of how it works, right? And kind of give you the confidence that if I can do it, you can certainly do it, right? I think that the only difference that the only thing that's going to be in between you doing it and getting results is this, right? Is this right here, right? I'm not sure if you could read that, right? But it says take massive action, okay? Take massive action, right? I like to wear this to remind me that I need to take massive action, right? Because at the end of the day, here's what a lot of people do. They just tantalize with this idea of a better way. They tantalize with this idea that they should do it, or maybe they can do it, and they never take action on it, right? I'm not sure who said this, but they said the things that we regret in life are not the things that we did, but the things that we never did. The things that we never did. And I don't want you to be at a point in your life where you're looking back at life and saying, man, there were so many cool trends that were happening when I was younger. Or, man, you know, I could have capitalized on that trend, on that Facebook trend, on selling t-shirts or really taking action on it. But it's a shame that I never took action in it. It's a shame that I never did it. It's a shame, right? That's no way of living, right? A better way is to just take massive action and just kind of dive in and make mistakes and kind of fail, right? That's kind of how success works, right? There's no one-hit wonder. There's no home run that you're going to hit, but here's what's going to happen. Through the process, you're going to become someone. And at the end of the day, I think that's what's more valuable than selling t-shirts, what's more valuable than making sales on Facebook is obviously making money, because making money opens the doors and helps begins to start giving us the life that we truly want. But I think what's sometimes overlooked is the person that we become. It's not because we begin to start selling t-shirts that we become successful. It's because of the person we had to become in order to sell the t-shirts, right? Does that make sense? It's not the money that's really gonna that's really going to bring a lot of life and a lot of joy to you, but it's really the person that you become in order for you to start making that money, right? You see, we as human beings, we're either constantly evolving to the person we were designed to be, the person that God chose us to be, or we're making decisions and we are becoming someone that we're truly not supposed to be. We're becoming somebody that we know we could do better. And what I want to do really quickly is I want to offer you an opportunity that if you want to increase your knowledge, if you want to increase your wisdom online, if you want to be surrounded by people who are awesome and people who are great, okay, what I would like for you to do, excuse me, is there's a button below, okay? I'm not sure if you clicked on it or maybe you started playing with it, right? But that button right there is going to give you the opportunity, and it's going to open the door to something called Six Figure Traffic Academy. Okay, Six Figure Traffic Academy. And I can't begin to share with you what that group has done for me. Taught me so many things, so many principles, but most importantly, that group is very responsible for me beginning to start to sell shirts on Facebook. I want you to understand something, okay? I've always had a difficult time with Facebook because, like many people do, sometimes I complicate things. But I realized that as soon as I stepped into that mastermind and I got to talk with real people and I got to see how they shared their testimonial with me and I got to see other people succeed, I instantly realized that it was possible for me, that I too could do it. And what I want to do right now is give you that opportunity that this mastermind is normally $997. Now, I know for some of you guys, it's a very steep price to pay. And that's probably something that at this moment, you just weren't thinking about and you just weren't ready for. And I totally understand. But I managed to work something out with my mentor, and he's doing something that I truly believe that you guys can take massive, massive action on and really benefit from this opportunity. And the opportunity that he has right now. So really quickly, okay. Yeah, I believe this is it. Okay. If you want to learn more, if you want to begin to start taking your learning more and you want to begin to start getting results in your business, okay? If you click on here, if you're watching it from here, okay? There's a button below. It says get access to the exclusive mastermind, okay? This is top-notch marketing mastermind that is now open to the public. If you click on that, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this, okay? It's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Okay, and on this page, it's called the Six Figure Traffic Academy. It's a mastermind that's normally $997, as you can see, regularly $997, right? But for a limited time, my friends, for a limited time, today it's $1 and then $97 a month, no contract. You can cancel at any time. Okay, what I would do is if you're the person that has to think about it, if you're the person who's hesitating to pull out their credit card and buy into something that's just so amazing and it's so obvious to do. If you're hesitating, don't do this. You're not ready for it. But if you're the person that's been thinking about this, you're the person that wants to learn more, you're the person that wants to change their life, you're the person that wants a better future, you want to develop profitable skill sets, then what I want to encourage you to do is click that button. And when you click that button, it's going to take you to another page where you're just going to fill out your information. You're going to put the email that you want to receive the information at. You're going to either check out your PayPal, okay? And then you're just going to do it. You're just going to do it. It's $1. It's not going to hurt you. But what I want to do for those who are doing it at this very moment, I kind of want to share with you what's inside of it, okay? What's inside of the Six Figure Traffic Academy. Inside of the Six Figure Traffic Academy, you're going to get weekly coaching from my 8-figure mentor who's crushing it. Okay, this guy's doing $100,000 sales in a day, okay? So you definitely want to learn from this guy. He is the guy who's taught me a lot of these things. He is the guy responsible for teaching me, helping me break through because he created this mastermind, right? And there's other people on here where you get to interact with other people. And if you want to grow your income, you have to surround yourself with good people. You have to be willing to open your mind up and willing to press that button below and get started. So you see here a lot of people, there's a lot of interactions happening, right? There's people who are getting results, right? My video just made it into the 3-0 Club. So excited, right? He's showing his results on Facebook, right? And this is going to be a good place for you to begin to start building a foundation, begin to start learning, and begin to really start taking things to the next level. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure you're part of this, right? So that's one thing that you're going to get with it. Another thing that comes with this, okay, it's going to be a membership site. Okay, a membership site. And on this membership site, let me just show you really quickly. On this membership site, it's right over here, okay? Right, where you get to get all of the recordings of the weekly coachings, where you get to get additional training, okay? Where you begin to start, like, these are some of the trainings, right? These are the trainings here, my friends, right? This is the stuff that I'm talking about. Look at this training is going to help you get to the next level. So you're going to get training, you're going to get a membership. But one thing that I want to do is I want to reward those who take massive action. So in honor of taking massive action, if you get in right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook you up with one of my trainings, okay? And on this training, I basically share with you exactly my 1 million Facebook view case study. So let me just show you what this includes, okay? So I basically show you what I learned from getting to 1 million views on Facebook ads, okay? I'm going to share with you guys what it takes to get your Facebook video until 1 million views. I'm going to talk about what is a 3-0 club. I'm going to talk about how to get targeted interest/keywords that are going to help you when it comes to selling shirts. I'm going to show you guys how to generate leads. I'm going to talk about all the important stuff on Facebook ad campaigns. There's just so many different things on here. And I'm also going to hook you up with a bonus, which is my 30-day result-driven plan if you decide to do it, okay? So this is a training I'm going to give you on top of if you decide to get started. So again, I don't think I need to sell very hard on this, because I think it's obvious that this is something that's an opportunity. This is something that's going to help you. So I don't really need to sell hard on this, because this works. This has helped me out, and this is going to help you out, and it's helping countless of hundreds of thousands of people out as well. So it's $1. Click the buy button, and when you click the buy button, message me if you have any questions, and just let me know as soon as you're in. I'm gonna hook you up with that bonus, okay? And I'm looking forward to just training you and seeing you part of this mastermind group. My name is Spouse CQ. Again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for getting on here. It is always an honor and a privilege for you guys to be on here. I really want to say thank you for taking your time out to spend time with me. Okay, just an ordinary dude with an extraordinary vision. And I really hope that 2016 is your year. All right, it's your year, not just something you wish for it to be a cool year, but something that you can actually take action and create the best year that you've ever experienced. Okay, life is filled with amazing things, yet we never get to experience if we never decide to take a leap of faith and just do it. So I love you guys. Peace, love, chicken grease to the Middle East. Peace.